Hey guys, how's she going today? So today I'm going to be overviewing my eastenmade 511 log splitter made in Perth, Ontario. They're actually out of Balderson. So I'm going to be talking a bit about that. I'm going to touch base on the conveyor I have as well at the end of the video. But for now I'm just going to talk about my thoughts on the eastenmade 511. I've had it a little over a week and we have put 10 plus cords through it so far. So first thing I've noticed is in 10 cords, the paint's barely wore off it. I mean, obvious areas are here, and the wedge is barely even, like, it doesn't even look like anything's gone through it other than a little bit of paint is worn off of it. This push plate, having this big push plate, and I had them put the auto cycle on it. Now the auto cycle doesn't come on the 511, but do I suggest putting it on it? Yes, it is a time saver for sure. Okay. So as fast as you can put the wood to this thing, it's going to split it into 4 pieces. The way I have it set right now is the top 2 pieces are bigger than the bottom 2 pieces. So anything that's a perfect size for me, you're going to get 2 smaller pieces and 2 bigger pieces, which is perfect for firewood burning because you want some small wood and you want some big wood. As you can see in my pile, you get a little mixture of both, which is, anybody that's been around firewood for a while knows that you need a mixture of both to keep a good fire going. So it works well that way. I'm curious to see what a 6-way would do on this. I haven't had anything that I haven't been able to push through it. Knotty pieces that I've had, I mean, I don't get too many of them because I am using processed logs. So most of it is just straight grain. 1 pass or maybe even just 2 passes and the block split, which is a lot faster than my old Surge Master that I had. You guys can check those videos out. It's got a Honda GX 200 on it. 20 or 25 gallon hydraulic tank. I'll have to double check that, put it in the description. Has your thermometer on it. Now guys, I put a tandem load through it and the temperature reading never even hit 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And what I mean by that is I ran an entire 7 to 8 cords through it and I could still lay my hand on the rod. It was still stone cold. Now it's not that cold here, I'm just in a sweater. It's -1, I think, and it was roughly -5 when I did that. So it definitely helps keep it cool. The old Surge Master, she would heat up on a face cord, and it would be boiling hot on the coldest days of winter. Cycle time is really quick. As fast as you can grab a piece of wood from here and put it up there, you hit the auto cycle feature, which is those 2 levers right there, and it shoves it forward. These 2 levers right here, this one controls your wedge, this one controls your log lift. So the wedge just goes up and down. They have it on a cantilever type style. So it's just a rod right here and a notch cut out of that. And as you raise and lower the cylinder, so does the wedge go up and down. Some really good welds on this machine. Nice and thick. They're not messing around, that's for sure. The tray here on the end is a really handy feature. It allows me, for myself, so I put 1 piece on it, I shove it through, grab the next piece, I shove it through, and then the piece that you shoved through before is now sitting here, kind of right here. So then you can see what you're getting. So if you need to resplit something, you can grab it before it goes into your conveyor, which is really nice because you can see the product you're getting before it goes out the end into your pile. If you want to see it running, check out my video that you've seen, just the video that's on the channel just before this. Anyway, there'll be lots more of this to come. So like I said, I was just going to touch on this conveyor. I had a lot of people comment or message me saying, is this an eastenmade conveyor? No, it's not. It's a company that's, I don't believe, is in production anymore. Belfour. They're actually out of Italy. So this was a conveyor that I picked up locally around here. Another firewood company had it, and they were just upgrading to something a little bit longer. It's a 19-foot conveyor. That motor is not what comes on it. Normally you just run it off hydraulics, so it has short hoses, and then you would run it to whatever power pack that you have. The guy had a power pack on it, so which is perfect. This is just a homemade setup that worked quite well. So it has a winch. It's adjustable in heights. Right now it's on its lowest setting. I've been selling firewood so quick I haven't had to raise it at all. I've never had that big of a pile under it yet. The only problem I'm having is I'm going to have to redo the chute because it's not low enough for the eastenmade. So the eastenmade feet, or landing gear as they call it, is one solid piece. So you have your piece coming down and a tube across. One thing I wish eastenmade had done was put separate ones for each side and a piece that you could move the jack from each side. That way if you're on uneven terrain you could level it up a little bit better. You're not always going to be on perfectly flat ground. Anyway, that's my overview and my thoughts on the 511. Stay tuned and you'll see her running more.